Awesome. So during the break, I did what we talked about. So I made the all data a property, and every time someone wants to get the data, it will do an update. And then I also did a setter. So that is fixed. This is in the CSV interface. I should have mentioned that. Sorry, guys. And then I also fixed when we're writing all the rows to file, I put to write the header first. So the header here is supplied by the field names when we created the writer. So when we say writer.write header, it'll just write the column names at the top of the file, and then it'll write all the data rows that you send in. Okay, that's all I had for updates for this. It should be working well. I tested it out. Okay, so where did we want to go? We had our URLs, we have our views, we're at our index, we have our shopping cart. I think those are enough to open right now. I think you're on mute, Adam. I'm not sure.
Hey, thank you. I was totally talking. I was just gonna say, do you want to just run the server real quick and we can look at the page that we have listing our products, and and I'll just briefly kind of give the like when they summarize what happened in the last episode of the TV show, the summary.
Oh, I changed this, so I forgot that I can't. Here, it's all data.
Oh, nice. There may be, yeah.
All data. Let's copy it. And these are.
You might need to get rid of those.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. I think that was it. So now I refresh. There we go.
Awesome. So we're grabbing data from our product CSV file for our pet shop, and we display it here. And what we did before was we used the awesome CSV interface class to help it make life easier for reading and writing to these CSV files that are storing our data. And right before we took the break, we created our shopping cart page and faked some shopping cart data in there and wrote some code to basically do a sort of SQL join statement type of thing where we look at what's in the shopping cart. We use those product IDs to get that information so that we can see information about what's in our cart. And now what we're doing is the magic connecting of the dots of when we click add to shopping cart, we're actually going to add something to the cart. So we are about to write a JavaScript function that is going to use the ID of this product and make a get request back to our Django server, a post request back to our Django server to add the thing to the cart, and then it'll be in the cart. So that's my, like on last week's episode summary.
Thank you. Okay, where should we start?
Let's start with
JavaScript.
Yeah, JavaScript. Yeah, should we add in Axios? Oh, we have Axios. Yeah, should we just make our post request?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so.
And does someone, oh, go ahead. I was wondering, do we want to recap how the product ID gets here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we're on our index page, we have product name, and then we have a button that that just displays add to shopping cart. And on click, we specified a function And this function
Yeah.
is called add to cart, which is the same as add to cart over here.
Yeah.
So when we click on it, it goes, it takes the product ID that we were on and sends it into that page.
And that's by far the weirdest part of Django templates, because it's like on the server side, we inject this product ID into the HTML, but then it's in the browser client side when we click the button that calls the JavaScript that uses the value that we inject. And that, I guess, really completes last week's episode. And yeah, let's use Axios and make a post request and add this sucker to the cart.
Okay, so what do we type now?
So now I think we need to type the route that we are going to have to add the item to the cart. I don't know if we've created it.
Yes.
I'm thinking we could call it add. Oh, perfect. We did.
So add product and
Add
then
product.
we append the name or the, sorry, ID.
Yes. So add product dash, and we can maybe just use tag template literals.
Yeah.
With the backtick and the $sign and the curly brackets to put the product ID in there. And that might be all we need, to be honest. We're not in a form, so there's no like event that gets created that bubbles up to force a refresh or anything like that. I guess we need a callback function to handle what to do when this happens. Yeah, I think a dot then. And let's just, yeah, thank you so much. You read my mind. I think for now, let's just create an arrow function that accepts the response object, and we can just console log hello, to be honest, because we haven't gotten the rest of this working yet. What do you think?
Console log the response.
That's a much better idea. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great call.
So we don't have to actually send in any data because we're not grabbing additional information. But let's say there was something else on this page that we wanted to grab, like some more information, then we could probably access it like via like get document by or document.get element by ID and grab the information, and then we can send it into the post request. But for now, because we're going to send the product ID in the URL, we don't really need to send any additional data.
Yeah.
Okay, so
excellent point.
This post request should go to the views, add product. I think that's what we said, right? Yeah.
Yes.
We'll go to add product. And in here, maybe we can check if the request was a post request.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. I mean, to be completely honest, we don't necessarily need that code because the post request is the only kind that's going to happen to this endpoint, but I'm all for putting it there. And
this is good because it protects
it is, yeah,
just some random person to make a get request maybe, and then it'll still do something. I mean, yeah, for us here it doesn't matter because we're not actually sending in data in the post request body. But this is usually good practice if you're accessing stuff in the body, because with get requests you don't have data in there.
You're right, it is good practice. Totally. And I would say just even print the ID just to test that this is working end to end. And so if this works, when we click a button, we should see the ID that we want in the terminal, and the browser will redirect us to the shopping cart.
Let's do it.
Let's see what happens.
So I click, and then I go back here.
Nothing.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
No errors. Let's remove this for a sec.
Oh, sure.
See if that was the issue.
let's look at the network tab and
It
see
shows up
what
on
the
the right
browser.
in the developer tools under the console.
What is it?
Doesn't it show up in on click 1 right there?
Yeah, so
So-
it went to the JavaScript. It prints out this. And so
Yeah.
we
That JavaScript runs in the browser, Icarus, and then that gets printed out in the console. But the Python code that we wrote, that's Django running, not in the browser, right? Just kind of on our machine in the shell environment. And so we were expecting to see that other print statement in the VS Code terminal.
yeah, no
what
calls
happened?
are being made.
Oh, no calls are being made.
Yeah.
Maybe Axios doesn't exist.
It's
Yeah,
very
someone was
awesome.
mentioning that too.
So I had it in the layout.
Should be there.
So index, it extends this, so that works.
We would probably get a different kind of error.
Should I try
Let's-
a different CDN?
Nah, let's look at the JavaScript for a sec.
Okay.
So there's a couple things going on here. So I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure that if Axios didn't exist and we tried to call a post method on it, it would produce an error, but I could be wrong. I
Can
would
I
say
try
let's
this?
just, what?
I added a slash afterwards. Sometimes
Oh, that's a good call.
Django requires this. No, never mind.
Let's console log Axios. Let's just see what gets printed out. It's either going to be a whole bunch of stuff like a massive object or function, or if it's undefined, then we know that we don't actually have Axios.
It does not.
So it looks like there is no Axios.
Let me try printing just anything here. Because it might be. Yeah, I think I
Oh,
just
what-
need to restart my.
Oh, read that oh, that's so annoying.
I
Yeah,
don't know
this
why I
is
would make that.
this is a gut. Yeah,
No.
no. Okay. Incognito mode is a good suggestion if there's like caching going on.
Yeah,
But
let's try.
honestly, we can just look in the sources tab also. Like we don't even need incognito mode.
Okay,
Oh,
that
look at
made a
that.
post request.
Yeah, that's a great
Oh.
call.
Here, oh, I don't have disable cache on.
Yeah,
Okay, so if you're ever like, why isn't this working? Make sure that this is off. Or this
Yeah.
is triggered. There we go.
yeah, great suggestion. So what was happening there, folks, is that the browser caches, the term is assets. From the browser's perspective, a JavaScript file is an asset, an image file is an asset. I suppose even an HTML file is an asset. And rather than like asking for the same thing over and over from the server, it will just kind of save that, which is what the word caching means, like to save something, to stash it away. And we don't want that because we're constantly changing our JavaScript code as we're developing. It's good in the real world because it makes stuff faster, but I've definitely lost like an hour before I realized that there was a caching issue going on. Okay, awesome. Now we're cooking.
So it's saying that there was no page found. So we need to see what is happening in
Yeah.
our views.
Could
The
that be the
URL vector.
slash that we added in the front end being unwanted
Add this.
or yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you need to keep track of the slashes with Django.
That
I
is
think
super annoying
I think
about
this is a-
Django.
something. Yeah, okay, now it's a 403, so something is different. Forbidden.
Are we sure we want the slashes?
Yeah. They're good to keep track of. Like if you're appending another route, you don't put the slash before, you're supposed to have the slashes afterwards. That's at least what Django.
Got it. Okay. Okay, I always get confused about that. So
Okay, what am I doing wrong though? So add product ID. We go here, wait, okay. Are we getting an ID? No. Oh, okay. So I didn't look at my console in here. It's saying it's forbidden because I don't have my CSRF token. I forgot how to do the CSRF token on the JavaScript side.
I can
So I'm
Google that.
gonna do the very bad practice of doing the CSRF exempt right now.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that's a bad practice for, like, we're in the
Yeah.
building stage.
I don't remember where to get it from though. It's from Django, is it
Let me
dot
Google.
core? No. Decorators, template structure. No.
I was a little surprised that we need the CSRF token just for
Yeah,
Axios.
any post request you need it because
Got it.
what it does is it adds a token to the header of the request for
Yeah,
making sure that the data is valid.
got it. Got it. Thank you. I found it. I put it in the Zoom chat. It's django.views.decorators.csrf, which is pretty wordy, I have to say, but logical at least. And then import csrf underscore exempt
Awesome, thanks.
for sure.
Okay, so now
Good call.
This should work. I'm gonna actually uncomment this and then do this because that should have worked. Okay, fresh, do that. Okay, so we didn't get an error on our actual request. We got an error on the shopping cart one, which is completely fine. So we
Can
were
we
just
also,
rerouting.
sorry, go ahead.
No, what?
I was going to say, can we also look in the VS Code terminal and confirm that we got the print message that we want?
There we go. We printed
Cool.
ID. And if I
And
look this one,
if you look at the line below that, see where it says not found?
wait, where? Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's our problem.
Yep, it is. It's because it's appending when we're doing
Oh, you're already,
redirect. It's
yeah,
just appending this to the existing one.
got it. Oh, okay, you already got there. Got it. Okay, so that's what we have to fix.
Response, redirect. I just wanted to, oh no, not again.
Yeah, that's super annoying. I agree.
We can render a page, but the redirect is good because we did. I just wanted to look up how to do the redirect from the base of the URL. Get absolute
Yeah, let me Google
URL
that too.
will be called to figure out the redirect. Okay. I just want to see what's in the request, which I think it's just going to give me like, oh, this is a request object. It's not gonna, yep. So it's a type of request, it has post, and then it has the URL.
What if you put a slash at the front of shopping cart? Does that make a difference for redirection?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it didn't give. Okay. Something happened. It didn't redirect this. but
Oh, you know why? I know why. This is the challenge, so much context switching. We are making a post request with Axios. And
oh,
so
and then we're
because we are
expecting
using
to,
Axios,
yeah.
it is not triggering the default browser redirect behavior because the handling of that HTTP response is being delegated to our JavaScript code.
Yes, I
I
forgot
think
about that.
that's it. I forgot
Yes,
about
that is
that too.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's expecting a response back, and instead of doing a response redirect like this, we should be,
Well, oh,
well, what do we want to do? We want to keep
I
this
was
like
going to
this?
say we can still do that. We can grab the URL from the response body
Mhm.
and then manually use window.location href,
Okay.
I think.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because, okay, this is the response that we get back from our,
Mhm. Yeah, it's somewhere in like one of the response headers or something.
not header, maybe data.
You
Where's
are, let me Google.
URL right here? Oh, this is the URL where it was coming from.
This might be really wordy. Response.request.res.response URL
Where here?
in our JavaScript code. Yeah,
Response.
I'll put it. I had to find that on Stack Overflow. If that doesn't work, then I take back everything I said.
So we can just send data back, and we can just send where we want to redirect it if we want.
That's true. That's true.
Or-
I just, yeah, if you prefer that, we can totally do that. That might be a little easier.
Yeah, let's not do a response redirect.
Okay.
We can do a JSON response if we want, because JSON objects are easier to work with.
Yeah, I like sending the HTTP redirect because from the server's perspective, that's the correct behavior. And then it's the
Okay.
client's job to figure out how to handle that.
Okay, let's do that.
Which
Then what was it called? So response dot request.
response dot request dot res dot response URL with a capital U. So it's
Res
like
dot,
deep in there. Response and then URL, all camel case, all one word.
oh, URL. Like this?
Lowercase r and lowercase l. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I apologize and will eat my words.
No.
Okay, yeah, let's just do it your way. Which
on.
honestly,
It's undefined. So I just need to
okay,
figure out what
I'm
is.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. So this is the request. Response URL.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Capital U, capital R, capital L.
Okay, now it should.
Yeah,
Okay.
and folks, the redirect is not, I don't think we have that behavior as like a requirement for the assessment. It's good to see this. It is a bit of a pain and a little bit of JavaScript trickery. Yeah, so Kayla and other folks were asking this too. So what happens is, so Django's HTTP response redirect, what that's doing is our Django server sends back to our browser an HTTP response.